Hello, wonderful attendees. I'm your host, Dalvinder Kaur from Lovely Professional University. Get ready to dive into today's topic, that is global cybersecurity trends and need for trained workforce. Before we proceed further, allow me to introduce the experts of the day, Mr. Atul Malhotra, Assistant Professor, School of Computer Science and Engineering, Lovely Professional University. With the 12 years of experience in cybersecurity, Mr. Atul is an IBM certified cybersecurity practitioner who has trained more than 5,000 students in certification courses from Cisco and EC Council. Mr. Atul is also an active researcher in cybersecurity. So now I would like to introduce Mr. Pradipto Chakrabarti, Regional Director, Comptia Technology India Private Limited. With the 25 years of a business and leadership experience in the technology and training industry, he has been a prominent speaker at career awareness sessions and skill development forums organized by agencies like NASCOM and more. So now I would like to introduce the admission nominee also in this webinar, Mr. Ashish Kumar Sharma, a former journalist turned academic counselor. 10 years with over 10 years of experience, currently serving as a senior officer and territory head in tie-ups and public relations at Lovely Professional University. Before we proceed further in today's session, I would like to request everyone for any questions you can write in the chat box or in the Q&A box, and same will be addressed from my side in the end of this webinar. And now I hand over the thanks to Mr. Atul and Mr. Pradipto, and it would be an absolute delight to listen from them. Over to you both.
Atul sir, will you start, or should I go ahead and start my?
Yeah, Pradipto sir, please continue with the presentation.
All right.
I'll take over when the Q&A session begins.
Sure. Thank you so much for the kind introduction, Dalvinder. And as always, it's pleasure to be a part of any initiative that Lovely Professional University drives. We have been associated for a very long time, so I'm always there to support all your initiatives. And special word of thanks to Mr. Atul Malhotra, a great educator, trainer, faculty member who has supported this initiative all through. So today I'm going to talk about some of the global cybersecurity trends that are currently prevalent in this world of technology, and also share a little thought about the need of trained workforce in the industry and the kind of job roles that are available for students who are pursuing or plans to pursue a career in technology, specifically focused on cybersecurity. So that would be predominantly the flow of my talk. But before I delve into the topic of cybersecurity, I would like to, first talk a little bit about, setting up the context in terms of what is happening in the technology world. You must have heard of this terminology again and again coming up, digital transformation. And I will spend a couple of minutes talking to you about what is happening in this, world of digital environment that we are living in over the past couple of decades now. As you know that in the history of mankind, transformation has been the key. And they always say that change is the only constant. And there has been multiple big transformation in terms of the use of steam, the use of electricity, electrical energy, use of computing in the mid 20th century. However, what we are seeing right now is an extremely different kind of a transformation that is affecting right from the way we live, the way we work, the way we lead our day-to-day life. And that is possible because of the need of organizations moving into digital transformation, which includes a lot of emerging technologies, including, you've heard about artificial intelligence, automation and robotics, communication technology, data analytics, connected devices or Internet of Things, and networking. So all of that small bits of technology fit into this whole process of digital transformation. And why are organizing so if you go back a little bit in terms of the history, then you'll see that there are three stages of this transformation. The first is digitization, which I think happened about maybe 4 or 5 decades before, where slowly from paper, we were moving into converting them into digital information, or making the information available in a digital format. So that was the first step of this transformation, and we called it a digitization. The second is digitalization, where you already have some amount of information available in digital format, and then we are making processes more automated through use of digital technologies. And what we are talking about is large scale implementation of things like enterprise resource planning, ERP, or you talk about the customer relationship management, CRM software, and so on. And now the third stage is where we are also not only transforming a digital asset into a smart digital asset, but we are also making it into a decision-making digital asset, which is basically, you are basing your business on that. And that is what we are seeing today. If you look at what is happening around you, I don't think we carry cash anymore. Everything is UPI. And as you know that, we have hit record UPI transactions. Even if you go to smallest of the villages, you have mobile inclusivity, and therefore people can transact financially. So a lot of financial inclusion has happened because of digital transformation. The other thing that I always speak about is democratization of technologies. In our generation, when we started our careers, IT or technology was limited to just a very small group of people. And they were the people who were controlling the devices, and they were the ones who were using it. But today, as you know, that young kids, as young as somebody who's studying in junior school, they all have mobile phones. They know the applications, they know how to do it. There are a lot of democratization of content creation as well. And of course, there is a part of entertainment here, but also utilization. And you see that there are a lot of farming influencers in India today, and all of these people are able to share their know-how. All of that is basically possible because of this whole concept of digital transformation. Why are organizations investing in digital transformation? Because it is bringing them more business. Just like what you said, the UPI, it is increasing in terms of, number of people transacting in financial technology, or fintech, as we call it. So it's very simple equation that we need to work around and change processes. That's one part. And the second is, by the change of this process, you are earning more revenue. So for technology, from being a support function in organizations, it has now become a deciding factors in organization, because every organization works for revenues. Every organization works for how do we increase profitability and share values, and all of that is directly linked to how organizations are moving into digital transformation, how they are implementing it, and how they are using emerging technologies to really implement those changes that you can see in this in the world that is all happening around you. Again, I'm setting up this little context because I wanted to drive this whole discussion towards what this has an effect on cybersecurity, or what kind of effect that we have seen of digital transformation in cybersecurity, and the way job roles are changing rapidly in all parts of the IT workforce, like including data center operations, including network operations, including data sciences, including how we are utilizing data, and also all of that surrounded or centralized or pivoted around cybersecurity. So as you know, that today morning there was a big news that Microsoft. A lot of Microsoft-based applications are down. I was planning to book a ticket today, but I was not able to get into the travel portal. And that is because, again, It is not yet clear whether it's a cyber attack. Hopefully it is not, but again, it is related to cybersecurity because there is an organization called CrowdStrike, which has basically made some updates into the system, and Microsoft depends on CrowdStrike for the security aspects and making their application secure. And with a little change in that, you see that how big effort, I mean, today morning there was chaos in multiple airports in India. People were not able to check in and so on and so forth. Well, all of this is very good, but there are certain challenges itself. I mean, when you are implementing multiple technologies, like I said in my first slide, you're talking about mobile technologies, you're talking about connected devices, Internet of Things. You're talking about robotics, artificial intelligence, smart machines, machine learning, and so on. The core of this whole issue is that the biggest challenge to the emerging technology-driven digital transformation process is cybersecurity. Because earlier, think of it as like like a house which has a fence. Earlier that fence was able to safeguard that house, but now that fence has to be broken because you cannot be inclusive. You have to go out, you have to depend on cloud technologies, you have to open up your data, you have to move into open sources. And the moment you do that is an opening for malicious actors to basically get ahead and attack your systems. And that is why if you look at the PricewaterhouseCoopers research, which asks global CEOs about what is their biggest threat which impacts your company over the next 12 months, and even more than the ongoing conflicts of Ukraine and Russia and others that are affecting global economy. They say that the highest risk to our business is cybersecurity risk, and that is the importance of cybersecurity that we are talking about today, and that is what the initiatives that we are driving with LPU as we speak. And so what is happening because of this whole thing happening? There is a huge demand of cybersecurity engineers or cybersecurity analysts in the industry today. And all of these are snapshot of news items that you will come across, that how much well in demand cybersecurity jobs are. Because earlier, when you talk about IT, generally people used to hire generalists. They will hire somebody who has just completed a 4-year degree, BTech course or BCA course, and then they join the workforce. Some of them are moved towards networking, some of them are moved towards software engineering and software development. Some of them move into software testing and quality assurance. Now there is a new job role where people are, proactively hiring cybersecurity engineers in organizations, and I'll come to it later on as to what we are doing to support you as students to fulfill this gap that we are facing right now. Another research, another trend that we are seeing. And this is a Microsoft report which says that India, the yellow bar that you see on the screen here, very clearly business leaders in India are saying that we will, hire more additional cybersecurity professionals, both at entry level and experienced level, to boost up your cybersecurity resilience and the way we can not only stop the attacks happening, but also once the attack happens, how do we resolve it faster? How do we see to it that our risks are minimized? And therefore, if you take in terms of absolute numbers, a very famous organization called ISC2, they have forecasted that there will be, this is a very specific number, but if you round it about, it is very close to about 8 lakh people. And when we talk about this number, it is basically right now, when we do this analysis, we see that we go back to the industry and ask them that how many open jobs are there for cybersecurity and how many of them are open. And when you say open, that means that they're not fulfilled by the rightly skilled people, right? And the other thing, what happens in the companies is basically that because of that, people are moved from one job role to a cybersecurity job role, whereas the cybersecurity job role demands a lot of specific skills. But organizations, because they don't have lack of people who are coming and joining them as cybersecurity engineers, what is happening is that they are training a software developer as a cybersecurity person, or a tester as a cybersecurity person, and so on and so forth. And that is something that is detrimental to the industry. And if you see what the same organization, ISC2, when they did that research in 2023, you see that there is nearly a 40% jump in terms of the absolute demand. And it very clearly says that every year there is new openings that are coming up in the industry, but there are not enough people to join in. And that is why this gap is widening. And that is where is the opportunity for young students like you over the next 3 to 4 years, create a niche for yourself, create a knowledge base for yourself, so that you can actually move towards this most interesting career in the technology field that is coming up right now, and that has got the maximum opportunity and gap. CompTIA, ourselves, my organization, we went out in the market and asked Indian employers, organizations, in terms of the skill gap, and 77% of those organizations that yes, there is a huge gap in terms of the kind of work that we do around cybersecurity, or what we need to do in cybersecurity. And unfortunately, we do not have as many people to work or have that specialization. So moving forward, I talked about a little bit about the trends, and let us talk about a little bit about what is happening in the world of cybersecurity. And I always like to start my this section by showing this slide, which says cybersecurity is not hacking. And unfortunately, if you are, and I'm sure that most of the candidates here or the participants of this webinar are, 18, 20 years old, maybe 18, 17, 18 years old, young people. And many times when I ask this question, they always say that cybersecurity is equal to hacking. The reality is that it's exactly the opposite of hacking. When you become a cybersecurity professional, you actually stop the organization from hacking, and that is first myth that you should burst yourself, saying that, hey, this is not the same thing, and stay away from that whole terminology today, anything with hacking, or be it ethical hacking or anything of that sort. So what is the current objective of cybersecurity teams within organization? If you look at the purple circles here, which is the largest bunch of work that people do, and that is very critical. The previous slide I talk about, it's not hacking. This slide shows that the objective itself is all about protection. So protecting the privacy of data and information, and protecting critical assets. And I'll touch upon that in my latest slide, but the whole objective of cybersecurity today is protection. And on the green, the teal circles that you on the right side you see is all about mitigation, minimizing of disruption. Like, for example, today, what is happening, and today as we speak, there are so many apps which are down today. So there is a lot of disruption in business. People are not able to. Myself, I was trying to book a flight ticket, and I generally make my trip, and I was not able to do that. So it's a disruption to my life, to the organization's life. So second thing is minimization of disruption, maintaining the compliances that are there to run the business, and therefore the last two is direct relationship to how organizations build up. It's demonstrating trust and ensuring the good productivity. And trust becomes a very, very important part, because in today's business world, I think everything depends on trust. And if you feel that your bank, for example, you bank with X bank, and then you hear that there has been a cyber attack in that bank, you will never go back to that bank and open your account or do any financial transaction, because you've lost that trust. So the summary is that it is all about protection. It's all about mitigating the risk, minimizing the disruption, and to have a continuous business with trust and productivity. That's the basic objective of cybersecurity. And all that you will learn over the next 3 to 4 years will be around this framework, will be around this whole concept that we are talking about today. If you talk about the various types of cybersecurity, first and foremost, and which has become very, very important, is critical infrastructure. Be it government organizations, your defense systems, your missile systems, your classified data, or if you talk about a business organizations, the patents, the designs, the even for a even for a fashion company, for example, your asset and your control is all about the design, which becomes a critical infrastructure, because that is what you're going to sell out in the market and earn that money. So first and foremost, you're talking about defense and national security, banking and finance, food supply, health, water supply, electricity. All of that becomes a part of critical infrastructure. Then comes network security. All of the devices, and we are all connected through a strong network, wired or wireless network. So how do you secure that network? Then comes endpoint. Endpoint is basically the mobile that you're using or the laptop that you're using. So that becomes the endpoint security. And third and the fourth one is application. So all you're doing is every day to day, everything is app driven. Like you're booking a cab, you're using Uber. You're making a UPI payment, you're using Paytm. All of that apps, how do you build in security when you're developing those applications? That becomes part of application security. The entire database is structured around cloud, so you need to secure the cloud. All the transactions that you're doing today are predominantly by using mobile devices. So how do you secure your mobile devices? As you know that there are a lot of devices that are connected today, IoT devices. For example, many of you would be having an Alexa device in your house, or for example, a Fire Stick in your house. All of those are connected and they are IoT devices. And how do you connect? There are a lot of electrical gadgets like fans and refrigerators and microwave ovens, which are now internet enabled, which are then becomes your contact point. How do you secure them? And finally, all of that is surrounded by a framework called Zero Trust, which is basically an organization saying that by default, we will not trust anyone, even if it's an employee. I will not trust anyone with this data or this information, even if you're a CIO or CEO or whoever you are. We will decide that this framework will decide that what kind of accessibility will you give to a certain amount or certain kind of people within the organization. So that comes together in the whole concept of defense in depth, which is basically, as you see, is the same thing described in a diagrammatic format, where you have an outside threat protection, and then you've got a perimeter security, a network security, application, endpoint, and all of that then basically comes towards creating those frameworks that will help you to really work in terms of how do you create those applications, how do you maintain those applications so that they are not breachable. And having said that, with all of this also, hacking will happen, because hacking has become very, very simple today. Even somebody who is not a high-tech person, you go to the villages, you've seen those Netflix series and you've seen those documentaries where, young school kids in a small village in Jharkhand or Haryana, they can hack by using social engineering and so on. So, it's basically, you cannot stop them. So these are some of the examples that happened in 2023 and 2024. Redcliffe Labs, ICMR, Coven, all of those very highly secured apps were also breached. WordPress, MoveIt, Air India, AIMS, where you have so much of health data which are already there. So basically, all of that is also hackable. There's no doubt about it. The only thing that you can do is create skills of cybersecurity professional. And these are some of the skills that are required. Application security, how much knowledge of the threat, how can you model those threats? How can you do network security, access management? How do you control the access of data availability? using cryptography, which becomes a basis for blockchain that we are talking about, endpoint security, and including data analysis. So basically, if you look at the industry, there are two kinds of job roles that are prevalent today. One is as a security administrator, and the other one is a security analysis. So those are the two kinds of job role that you will get once you complete a course in cybersecurity. And there are different skills that are required for these two. From a administration side, it's all about configuring tools like firewalls or antivirus patch management system, and seeing that those tools are working properly, because that is very crucial. Because if you are not able to see to it that a firewall software, for example, is not working fine, that can be a breach point for a hacker. Implementing of network policies, applications, and ensuring business continuity. So all of that is basically, more of infrastructure, hardware, software implementation, and maintaining the security. Whereas the analysis part is that all of these tools constantly feeds in data. So the analyst's job is to basically be a smart detective who is going to, kind of find out or model those threats and see to it that moving forward, the organization, or learn from the breaches that are happening, and making sure that such breaches do not happen as we go along. So some of the skills, the core skills that you will learn over the period of next few years, obviously understanding of operating systems, and not only Windows, but also Apple, Android, Linux, understanding networking and cloud, understanding or some fundamental level of software development, because today software development, and like I said in the beginning, that when you are building applications, security should be built in with those applications. So even if you are a software developer, you need to have those understanding as to how to build in a secure code. And what is more interesting is that there is a tremendous amount of data analysis that comes into picture here. That's a new trend that is coming on, because as an analyst, you will analyze a lot of data and figure out a pattern in them to see that how the threats are behaving and how can you minimize those risks. And finally, it's all about governance, compliance, and risk management. You have to still, for example, India has just passed the law on data privacy, the DPDP Act, and you need to understand that what is happening in that, what are the kind of compliances that you need to follow, what is the chain of command that you need to follow. So all of that is a part of the compliance piece of it. And some of the core security skills that you will learn is threat landscaping, using technology tools, architecture, threat management, vulnerability management, how to report and response to incidents or hacking incidents, utilizing security toolkits, and then identity and access management, which becomes a big part of the zero trust framework that I was just talking about. So all of that is important. And the last segment of few minutes that I'm going to talk about at what we are doing as an organization in partnership with LPU, to bridge that gap. We are a large certification body based out of Chicago, and we are a watchdog for the industry, and we develop course material and certifications which are mapped to the industry requirement, to the jobs that are available in the market. And some of the certifications that we have, you can see here, and these are broken down into infrastructure side, which is like I talked about, the data and the networking and the cloud area, core cybersecurity. And then we are also teaching data and analytics, like data analysis, data sciences, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and so on and so forth. I'll not get into too much of depth into it because we are already on the top of the time that I had. But I will talk a little bit about the program that we are running with LPU, which is the BTech honors in computer science engineering. And again, I'm reiterating that moving forward, and now also the industry are required for highly skilled manpower. They are certified, they are skilled, they have the practical knowledge. Gone are the days when you will be hired as a generalist and the organization will give a 3 month or a 6 month incubation period and a time to, really pick up and things like that, and then put you in a project and become productive. No, today, the moment you join in, the organization expects you to become productive. And that is why understanding this, LPU has been the first university with whom we have collaborated to develop this whole state-of-the-art course, which is called like the honors course in cybersecurity and blockchain, that will give you not only the theoretical aspects of cybersecurity and blockchain, build up fundamental, and then take you all the way to really exposing you on the contemporary tools that we are using. And I'll end my session by saying that some of the things that I really, when I talk to young students like you, I always see that they get carried over by buzzwords, because of media. You know that there is artificial intelligence, there is machine learning, there is, so many things which are floating around. But identify the trends, identify the job roles and the skills that are required. I always suggest that, open up a job role of a security engineer, which is available, publicly available on internet, and see what are the kind of skills that are required. Hands-on skill, very, very important, and that is why the curriculum that we have designed with LPU has more than 50%, hands-on practical demonstrations, which will help you, in real life scenarios. And then think out of box. I mean, it's just basically not going by what is written in the book, but you need to basically think out of box and come up with real life solutions. And given a situation, how would you solve that? And that is the reason people are doing that. And that is the reason even within LPU, we see that there is a significant amount of students who are not just thinking about joining the workforce, but they are basically thinking about starting their own. They've identified a problem in the industry, and they're starting out and, kind of thinking, how do we solve this with the kind of training that you get? Some of the organizations, needless to say that there is a huge scope in cybersecurity, be it a consulting firm or be it a product company like Dell and Microsoft and HP, or a retail company like Amazon, or Nike or Sony, Walmart, financial companies like Wells Fargo, Deutsche Bank, etc. And these are all in India, by the way, and all of there you have got a lot of scope. You can access some of those content on our website. I will end here. I'm a couple of minutes over time, but we'll end here. This is my contact details. You can reach out to me through LinkedIn. You can check our resources page. There are a lot of very simple white papers, videos that talk about what is happening in the cybersecurity world, and give some practical tips on how to build up your career and so on. So with that, I will end my session. Thank you very much for your patience, and over to you, Dalvinder and Mr. Atul Malhotra.
So thank you so much, Mr. Pradipto. So now I would request to the admission nominee, Mr. Ashish Kumar Sharma, to be on the screen. Over to you, Mr. Ashish, our admission nominee.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much, Mr. Pradipto. You have shown great path to our participants and the prospective students who are planning to come to Lovely Professional University. Right, I would not take much of the time. I will present my screen. Please confirm, Devinder, whether it is visible or
not. Yes, the screen is visible. You can continue.
Thank you so much. So it is a dream of every student to earn something unachievable in his career, and it is a dream of every student to study in one of the one of the best universities of the country, where they can get inclusive growth. So when I speak about inclusive growth, it is into the terms of whether it is into the terms of curriculum, co-curricular activities, and extracurricular curriculum activities, and other opportunities at a giant level where you can showcase your talent and you can represent, of course, yourself and the university. So I would like to ensure you I would like to assure you that Lovely Professional University is one of them, and it is the bestest university in India. Not only in India, we will soon be among the top universities in the world as well. Right. So, without taking much of the time, I would like to start with the accreditations and the approvals. Now, this is something which is very special for all of us, for all the students, for all the faculties. This is a proud thing which I need to flaunt over here. We are now NAC A++ grade university with the 3.68 score on 4-point scale, which is the highest one in the first cycle of accreditation among all the government and private universities of India, right? And now our engineering program, it is NBA accredited, and 4 BTech programs are in this accreditation. These are CSC, Electronic Communication Engineering, Mechanical Engineering, and Civil Engineering. Few other accreditations are there: the Council of Architecture, Pharmacy Council of India, Indian Association of Physiotherapists. And when I was talking about the opportunity we are providing to our students to showcase their talent and their skills all around India, I was talking about that we are a member of Indian Association of Indian Universities and International Association of Universities. Let us talk about the rankings. In Atal Ranking Institution of Innovation Achievements, we have got the 3rd rank. Now, something about the extracurriculum activities. In extracurriculum activities, when you say whether it is sports, whether it is art and culture, whether it is literary, whether it is other creative arts, whether it is digital art, whether it is event management, many things are there. So let me start with the sports. The moment was Tokyo Olympics, and in the Indian contingent, there were 13 LPU students. And out of those 13 students, 12 have got the medals for the country, for LPU, and for themselves. This was a great achievement of LPU students. In Maka Sports Trophy 2023, we were the first runner-up, where Neeraj Chopra won the medal. Bajrang Punia, the then Indian hockey captain of hockey team, Sardar Manpreet Singh. All of them are our student. 19th Asian Games, we have posted our flag over there. A few glimpses. Now, this was the moment where we held Indian Science Congress on the campus. And just for the information and for the knowledge addition for our participants, I want to tell you that this is a big or a very, very giant event of Indian government in terms of science and technology. Since 1913, Indian government is hosting this Indian Science Congress for the consecutive years. And this was 106th Indian Science Congress in lovely professional university. And the protocol is that Honorable Prime Minister of India will open this event. And for the event, Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, was here on the campus for the opening of 106th Indian Science Congress. So you can just analyze, you can just judge the level of opportunities we are providing to our students to uplift their knowledge, to uplift their confidence, and of course, they can add some value to their resume. His Holiness Dalai Lama, he was here on the campus in one of the convocations of the university. He shared his valuable inputs to uplift your brighter future. In the frame, you can see 3 gentlemen. One is our Honorable Chancellor Dr. Ashok Mittal. Right now, he is a member of Parliament from Rajya Sabha, and another 2, late Shri Pranab Mukherjee, and another one is Hamid Karzai. Both were the presidents of 2 various countries. Both of them were here in one of the convocations to confer the degrees to our students. Late Shri Arun Jaitley ji, the then finance minister, he was here to open LPU startup school. See, we are not only providing quality education, we are not only providing good curriculum, which is industry oriented. Mr. Pradipto has already explained so many things to you. We are also into the practice of making entrepreneurs. We believe in generating employment. So we are always welcoming to those students who are uh, coming up with the ideas, not just to generate the money from the money, but with the unique idea. We are even providing seed money to them. Vice President of India, the then Vice President of India, Sri Venkaiah Naidu ji, he was here on the campus for one of the convocations. Gauhar Gopal Das. So we are trying to cover up all the genres where you can uh, grow inclusively and you can learn as much as you can through these personalities. And of course, who can deny this person in front of your screen? He is not coming, such people are not coming to the university just for the dancing, but to share their lifetime experiences, their struggles, how they have become successful in their life, and how much struggle they had to. Few other actors, we have made it to the Guinness World Record. It is on our name. On a single campus, we played a Bhangra. It is folk dance of our Punjab state. And with the maximum number of people at one spot, we have played the Bhangra. This is the type of infrastructure we do have. This is the open air theater. Indoor auditorium with the capacity of 2,500 people. Such Mac labs are available inside the schools, whether it is computer science engineering, whether it is design programs, whether it is film and TV domain, whether it is journalism. It is all over. Mac labs are available in all the schools. Libraries are available, but we have our own central library where more than 9 lakh books are available. You can get them issued free of cost. Now, this is the center point of the university. We call it heart of the university, and the building in front of you is Unimall. It is a shopping mall inside the campus, and just behind this building, we have our own hotel. We call it Uni Hotel, where students from School of Hospitality, they do hands-on practice in the hotel. So let's go inside the Unimall. It is an inside view of the Unimall where you can meet all needs inside the campus only. You do not need to go outside for any small things to bring it with you. A very high-tech gymnasium is available. Even the bowling alley is there. 50-bedded hospital is available, and 24/7 ambulance services are also available. Wherever you are inside the hostel or in classrooms, it is available 24/7. This is an open air concert venue where all the giant concerts are taking place. We are also taking care of energy generation. You can see the solar panels over the roof. This is a panoramic view of LPU. Just for the knowledge addition, in all the educational institutions in India, we have ranked 8th cleanest and greenest campus. Right, so we are a very lush green campus. You can see into the pictures. This is a night view of the lovely professional university. We have our indoor sports complex within the university campus only, where you can name the court and we will have it in our sports auditoriums inside sports complex. It is of Asian level games. Badminton courts you can see into the picture. Shooting ranges are there. Basketball courts. Even the squash court is there. Very few institutions, very few organizations are there who are offering the sports inside the education complexes. Asian level games, swimming pools are also available. This is an aerial view of our indoor sports complex. So let's go live. I'll tell you how you can apply and how you can search us on the website. You just need to search, you just need to put the URL. It is lpu.in, and very easily from the admissions after 12th regular programs, you can search in the engineering. And standard CSE, BTech CSE, these are the specializations we do offer: full stack web development, cybersecurity, data science, machine learning, IoT, UX, UI, UX, Android application development, game design, DevOps, robotic process automation, software methodologies and testing. Few other honors programs are available: BTech honors, computer science engineering, data science and data engineering, cybersecurity and blockchain, full stack software development, AI, data engineering, software product engineering, decision science and machine learning. Few other industry collaborative programs are also available: CSE IIT, CSE computer science and business system, data science with machine learning, user experience and user interface. Cloud computing is there, big data analytics is there, DevOps, software development and IT operations is available. Very simply, you can apply from here. You just need to go to the home page and apply now. At the right top, apply now button is available. So once you click on this page, you will get to register yourself over here: name, email ID, mobile number. To verify your registration, OTP will be asked. Your qualification and discipline interested in. If you will select engineering, you can register yourself. Your credentials will be sent to you to your registered mobile number and to your registered email. Then you can log in very simply. To contact us, you can write down the number. You can dial us on 01824 517 000 or 01824 404404. You can take the screenshot as well, or you can write it down. You can contact us on WhatsApp chat with our admission counselors. They are experts. You just need to ping them on WhatsApp. The number is 9852569000. You can also write us on an email for admission inquiries. You can write us on an email at admissions@lpu.co.in, and for the general inquiries, you can write us on info@lpu.co.in. So that's all from my side. Dalvinder, if we have any questions, you can ask.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Ashish Kumar Sharma. Thanks for giving me chance to address your questions. Mr. Pradipto already answered some of the questions. Someone is asking here, Mr. Pradipto, so I want to know about CSE international program. क्या इसकी क्लास CSE से अलग होगी या बाद में चॉइस होगी? अगर जाने का मन हो तो बाद में you can switch to the international program. Kindly describe this. Is a little confused.
Yeah, Dalvinder, I would just intervene here because Mr. Pratap might not be knowing the exact details here, because this is a separate program which the candidate is asking about. And first of all, I would request the candidate to just contact the admissions team to get the details further. But to just brief the candidate, it is a 2+2 program in which 2 years of classes are attended within the campus, and the remaining 2 years the student can pursue the degree in any of the foreign universities with which the university has a tie-up. Now, that can be an optional thing where the student, if let's say, doesn't want to opt for the remaining 2 years abroad study, can continue it within the campus also. But still, I request the student to just get into a discussion with the admission counselor who can guide with the process in the exact manner.
Thank you so much.
Let me
Yeah, you may
intervene
just add.
into this. Let me intervene into this. Uh, First of all, I would like to congratulate to the candidate who is asking such questions. It is very important to understand one thing, that we are providing you that capable platform where you can study over here for the 2 years, and for the rest of 2 years you will study over there into the partner university. देखी परखी यूनिवर्सिटी होती है, एलपीयू के साथ टाई अप में है, मतलब इट इज वेल नोन एंड recognized university. You are going to study over there, you will get a degree from that foreign university, and if you are good at your academics, you will certainly going to get a placement from the university campus only in the foreign university. So this will certainly bring a relaxation to your parents. They are going to after all, you are going to stay with your parents for the 2 years over here. They are paying in Indian national rupee in LPU, and they will have to pay just in dollars or in pounds or in euros at the foreign university. So in short, you are saving your money, and you are getting maturity with staying with your parents self over here in the country. So we will help you to provide the to all the processing, initial processing, but uh, if but you are you need to qualify the efficiency tests and all the visa things. You need to do it yourself, and there are some conditions in the terms of CGPA and the academic excellence where you need to meet all the requirements, right? So there is an initial fee of 50,000 rupees. That's it. Rest, almost all things are similar to the general student who is attending 4-year program over here in LPU. Everything would be similar.
I hope, Himal, you got your answer from our experts. Mr. Ashish, someone is asking here, how are the placements done in LPU and what's the process?
See, I generally quote this thing that we provide 100% placements to all the eligible candidates. When I say eligible candidates, you will have to be good at your academics, and there must be a will to get a placement. And if you are registering for a placement, I mean, what I mean about the registration of the placement is, for example, if somebody from the business background and they do not want to get a placement, they want to join their family business, or they want to continue with the further education, with the higher education, let's say masters, or after masters, if they want to pursue the PhD program. So in such cases, few students are there is a set of students who are not willing to sit into the placements. So and few must be there. A few would be there, they where they are not fulfilling the eligibility criteria for few companies. So in that terms, I'm saying not eligible. So simply, we provide placements to all those who have will to get the placement. We provide placements to all the eligible students who are willing to get the placements, right? And after the third year, I have witnessed many students who have more than 3 or 4 appointment letters into their hands,
I hope
right?
all the participants
And
got
and
their.
in addition, Dharmendra,
Yeah,
I'll
sure,
take
sure.
half a minute.
Yeah, sure.
Don't mind. I'll take half a minute. We are providing PEP, personality enhancement program, right from the beginning, from the first semester. Uh, it is a sure shot practice and a confirmation of to getting prepare yourself for the interview. Right. So right from the beginning, we are into the practice of making of such personality who is going to appear into the interview to crack that interview. When I'm saying this on record, I fully mean it.
Yes. Yes, right. Thank you so much, Mr. Ashish Kumar Sharma, and once again, thanks to our experts. I hope all the participants got the answers from our experts. So now, as we come to the end of this webinar, I want to express my deepest gratitude to our experts for sharing their valuable insights and expertise with us. Your presence, enthusiasm, and active participation have made this experience truly special. Hopefully, the attendees found this webinar to be valuable and will be able to utilize the information for better decision making regarding admission. If anyone wants to access this webinar again, they can visit our website, that is lpu.in, or can be accessed on YouTube also. Stay connected with us for future webinars. Until we meet again, with the permission of my seniors, I would be signing off this webinar. Take care and goodbye. Have a beautiful day.
All the best, students.